The following program is brought to you by Pizza Productions.
Talk about whatever, Remington Anderson. Welcome to the podcast that no one listens to, man.
Hey, thank you. I'm glad to be here and not be here at the same time.
I know, dude. Full disclosure, yeah, we were definitely getting lifted, as the kids say, prior to doing this.
We walked into the Undertoker's home. We left out ablaze.
I know, you're like, you can't stop, man. Once you start, you just can't stop. And I'm like, all right, I'll make the exception this time.
And I said, it's okay. But yeah, anyway, how's things been, man?
Dude, life is good, man. Life is good.
Good, glad to hear it.
As I was telling you, off podcast,
Off the record.
I'm almost down to my fucking goal of losing, 50 pounds.
Very
so
cool, very
exercise, lots of drinking water.
I'm pretty happy about my beer gut right now. I can hold a beer on top of it,
It's looking sexy. That and the beard, bro, like you got it going. The long hair, the ladies love it. The ladies love it, dude.
Now I play bass. Nobody loves it, man.
Like that guy. I don't know, man. Put that shit up in a man bun, dude. Fucking.
My man bun reaches halfway down my back.
Gotta trim up that back hair a little bit.
God.
How long have you been growing your hair?
Let's see. I started growing my hair out when I was a freshman.
Damn.
I completely shaved my head.
Okay.
Well, I got my hair cut by a drunk lady, and then my mom shaved my hair.
Were you drunk though?
No.
No. So you were sober. Okay. So freshman year.
Freshman year, young, dumb, full of cum.
It's funny you say that, dude. I literally was sitting at work earlier, and I was just like, for some reason that I listen to a lot of dirty comedy and stuff, and for some reason I just they didn't say specifically about it's young, dumb, and full of cum. It's like that's a solid saying to say in terms of being a 14 or 15.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
It's a very true statement, I guess is what I was trying to say.
But she started shaving it up. It started looking nice. I was gonna have a flat top, big ass flat top. Because my hair is very curly, it's got a real deep curl to it, and gave me the flat top. But then all of a sudden, I hear a zzz. Oops, the hell was that?
It's definitely.
Oh, it's fine. She started doing a little bit over.
And she was drunk.
Yeah.
Were you in somebody's kitchen?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I was like, I'm trusting you right now.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna assume that wasn't a mistake, but
I wanted my haircut. I'll give full disclosure. I gave full consent. But
hey, man, you weren't 18, dude. I don't know.
Fair enough. I might have needed my parents' consent at that, but oh well.
You were almost 16. Maybe the law of just gave it to her.
And then, so I went home. My mom almost tore me a new one. Man.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
What the fuck?
She's a Southern lady, too.
Yeah,
man.
No. So
they're angry people. But she took me in the kitchen, threw me in the chair, shaved the rest of the hair off. And I was bald, man.
Just straight up taking it to a 1.
Mm-hmm. No hair.
Oh,
Squeaky.
No. Squeaky clean, man. Run your fingers over the top of that.
And I went through my entire freshman year like that.
Just shaved head.
Damn. People.
Because I had to start growing back. Yeah, it's gonna be all short as shit. Dude.
It was stupid. And then sophomore into junior year, I had an afro.
Dude.
That was a great couple years for me.
Explain how you obtained the quite fabled white man afro.
I just let it. I kept brushing it. And crap,
okay. Yeah.
But I just let it do its thing. I didn't do anything.
Okay.
And it got pretty big.
Okay.
About maybe half a foot, 6 inches. But it was all curls.
It's a decent sized afro for sure, dude.
And then it all just kind of the afro. It started moving down my head.
Okay, so got a little bit of weight there.
And so it was really weird. I'd have all these curls by my neck, but it'd be super straight.
Right.
on my head.
Right.
And then my buddy Brandon Nislas, he told me, he bet me $20 in a McDonald's lunch.
And a McDonald's lunch. That's the kicker. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't know, man, $20, but you know that fucking
$20
McDonald's.
is $20, but you
Yeah.
throw some food in there.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's an
come on.
extra $7 value,
At
bro.
least, you know.
We're not even calculating taxes.
And that's Washington tax? Come on.
Yeah, we're taking this to fucking Oregon, bro. We're gonna get no taxes on this shit.
And,
$7 even.
But he told me, bet me $20 in that till I grew it out, till I graduated, and I just haven't cut it since.
So he said, did he pay up? At what point did he pay up?
We have picture
Yeah?
evidence. Yeah.
Nice.
And still haven't gotten that McDonald's lunch, though.
So,
I
but he got you the
skipped
20
out
though?
I got skipped out.
Gotta let him know what's up on the podcast and no one listens to you,
Yeah.
man. You owe me that fucking
You owe me
McChicken
that
and
lunch,
cheese.
man.
That's fucking hilarious, man. And like, so that's what a good solid like. How old are you, man? Because like that's a thing with you, man. It's like I always like I'm fucking 32,
Yeah.
and I always think like, man, you're like 31, 20, maybe late 20s or whatever. But you're like what? What year were you born?
93.
1983, dude. I was in the first grade.
Oh my god.
When I was in 1983, man.
Yeah, no, I'm
I was
25. Just turned 25.
Damn, dude. Yeah, so that's a solid 7 years, man. That's
Right.
crazy, dude. But it's just like, I don't know. It just seems like it's like I'm doing like these interviews lately. I'm really trying to like push myself out there in terms of like doing, more than just me sitting in my fucking bedroom rambling on about, oh, hey, Kevin, fucking, that's, I mean, that, don't get me wrong, I'm sure people will enjoy that, but, like, it's hard on me to talk for 45 minutes to an hour.
I mean, I can't even talk to these people we talk to at work for, like, 10 minutes.
Yeah. Some people are very testy, man.
Yeah,
that's
all
for
right.
sure. No,
but
no,
yeah.
dude, like what I was just trying to say, man, it's just like, being able to come out here and fucking, talk to you and talk to Braden and then talk to Jason, just have fucking general conversations. But with you and Braden specifically, like, I've known you for a while, man.
We haven't actually.
We've never hung out till right now.
We've
like,
hung out a few times, very
in
spotty.
In
In groups, very intoxicated. I remember almost holding your hair back one time.
Oh, explain.
No
explain.
effects.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, that was, I've talked about that one before, I'm sure.
So, but I couldn't believe I was the only person there helping you out.
Wow. Well, I'll put that one to, fucking Eric. Well, okay, so most of the time now, whenever we go to shows, like me and Ray, because Ray was with us too.
Oh, I love Ray.
Fucking, we tend to take our own car, right? Just because, like, we like to get in and get out, basically. Like, we don't like to wait around too much. And Eric's I don't know if you noticed this about Eric. I love Eric, but he's notorious for being late. He is notorious for being late all the time. And so me and Ray, we're like, all right, because like you guys, we'd agreed upon that we're gonna all ride up together. Which there's no problem or anything, but like we had like 3 hours to kill. Ray's at my house at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and we're like, both of us didn't have work that day. We're like, all right, cool. So then we buy a cooler full of beer. At like 2 o'clock, fuck it, let's start having a couple beers. So you guys show up at like 4 or 5, and it's like pretty hammered by the time you guys pick me up, man.
Oh, yeah,
and then we're drinking on the way up. And you were a very nice guy about us, coming in. I know you don't smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore either. But like at the time, I was still smoking cigarettes. It's probably like
I've smoked cigarettes for a long time myself, but. I mean, I just have no problem with it.
Yeah. That's the signs of a nice person. I mean, if you're willing to let people smoke in your car and you don't even smoke cigarettes and shit. But nonetheless, like, we kept drinking and drinking and drinking.
And smoking.
And smoking.
And smoking. And
smoking. And then, but I remember before when the Paris went on, I remember standing at the bar and I had $40 in my hand. And I remember ordering 2 shots and 2 beers. And that it cost $40 at this venue for 2 shots, fucking 4 items altogether. So it's basically like $10 a piece. And so I give Ray my $40 because at that point I've already had enough. Because I'm pretty sure we may have taken the shot. Yeah, we took the shots. And I didn't puke right away, but I ended up having to go outside. I remember standing there fucking smoking a cigarette. And someone was like, Kevin, are you okay? And I was just like, no, I'm not. And I went and sat in the alley for like 45 minutes. I think I gave you a
hit or something when we came out and finally met up with you guys. And, like we were smoking a joint, just kind of relaxing, and then you went around the front, and I was like, where'd Kevin go?
Yeah. See, I don't even remember really seeing. I remember seeing like Amy,
Mhm.
and then like Molly, and then I just like fucking.
Wait, there were other people there?
There was other people from Yakima that were there that we knew.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just remember you, me, Ray, Eric, and that's it.
Yeah, dude. But like, yeah, at that point, I went and hung out in the alley, and I didn't puke, but I sat there, and I basically just like, oh shit. I was like, man, I can't miss no effects, and then it was like poetic. It was poetry, man, because like I get up, I'm like, fuck it, because I've done this before, where I drank a bunch of fucking whiskey at an MC Chris show with Eric and Naomi, and it was just me drinking the whiskey, and Naomi like had like one swig, and Eric was like, yeah, no, I'm good, and yeah, so it was the middle of summer too.
That was closed, right?
And then I don't know, man. I think you have ghosts. The safe got opened. I don't know. But yeah, so that I ended up fucking, puking a bunch before that show, but I held enough. Or no, I didn't puke. No, I did puke that time. But I held my shit together. I went and saw MC Chris, and I went like immediately to Eric's band afterwards. And I almost got kicked out of the venue that night because like I lit up like right there during one of his weed songs, and MC Chris, I'll acknowledge it, but it's like this tiny venue and shit. Mm-hmm. Like I just felt the security guard grab my fucking shoe. And like, look, to their credit, they didn't call the cops. It was legal at the time, but at the same time, it was illegal within their venue.
Right, yeah.
So, but they were nice people and didn't kick me out. So I ended up watching the show. But yeah, fast forward to no effects, and I go into the mosh pit. I just go straight into the mosh pit and spent the whole entire time in the mosh pit, dude. And then came out, and then I ate. I was like, oh, I'll have a hot dog. And I was like, I'll do the vegan dog, right? I'll be. I don't want an actual hot dog.
I think I gave you shit for that, too.
You probably did. You probably sure as well did. You're like, what the fuck, having a Polish dog? You could have had a Polish dog. Like, real meat, bro.
Polish. And it's Polish. Everything's better Polish.
Some fucking mustard on that. Some sauerkraut. It's delicious, dude. I had a hot dog on Sunday on Mother's Day, dude. It's the first time I had a hot dog. Probably since that show. And, yeah, man, I was burping that shit up, like, all fucking day, dude. Like... gives you such bad indigestion and shit. Man.
I remember, so I talked Eric into it finally. We're going to go see Sleep and Bell Witch.
That sounds like
a
pretty good show. I've never heard of either one of those bands. So yeah, definitely do explain.
So a lot of music stemmed from, heavy metal, a lot of the birth of metal with Sabbath.
Right.
Like, there was...
It all goes back to Black Sabbath.
It does. It really does. There's a big debate. It goes back to Sabbath. But from Tony Iommi's beautiful, ungodly riffage stemmed stoner metal and doom metal, the worship of the void.
They kind of got to a point where they just parted ways, is what you're telling me?
Well, kind of joined forces as one.
Okay.
Ish. But different in the sense.
How does this come together?
Doom metal, very doomy, I guess. I can't really.
Is this the ones that like dum?
Yeah. So
it's like I'm gonna have an orgasm through that bass. Shit.
Imagine getting super stoned, right?
When
you get
like right now, like how I feel right now.
No, wait.
Like
when I'm gonna give you a dab here in a second.
No.
So.
It's like you have to take this before you leave.
It's, when you just get overly high, you take a trip to another world, the void.
I understand. I've been to the void before, bro. I've been to the void before. All right.
So, doom metal has a lot of, like, I don't know, it's pressure music.
Okay.
It triggers certain emotions if you, like, turn it up in a car stereo or something like that. The pressure from either the dissonance from the guitar, the dissonance from the bass will have either effect on your mood, effect on something in here.
Okay.
But
it's gonna
it's good.
Yeah, for sure.
It will it'll enhance the high though. Depends on
what kind of mood you're in at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it basically Well, so what kind of mood would you say then it's typically putting you in then?
Very curious. I'm very
curious.
Very curious.
Okay.
I guess that's a bad word for it. Very
questioning,
wondrous.
Okay.
Searching. Something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You're just like you're taking a trip on the void, bro, and so you just like you have questions and you're searching for those answers, I suppose, right?
And the doom metal is enhancing the search.
Yeah, man.
don't know.
No, man, I can see that, dude. Because like I do the same shit. Not to like cut you off or anything, but like,
no, you're good.
no, I do that shit too. Like where it's just like I don't know. I was telling you beforehand. It's like it kind of slows down and kind of just like the lyrics are. I don't know. Like I know for me personally is like when I get into a mode with like running and exercising, I get to that point where like the music and the lyrics, depending on what it is, and even like when I'm just not doing that, but like the lyrics will just like are speaking to you and like like it's like. I find interpretation from a lot of different things in life, but I feel like music is one way of communication in terms of whatever else is out there. And,
right.
Well,
I don't
it's
know. The one thing that what's one? What's I guess? God, what's the word? What's one object? Not object. Thing that everybody can understand. You put a metal band per se with clean vocals, English. It could be a hit in Zimbabwe. It could be just one person that knows a split of English, and holy crap, these guys are good. And then you start showing them, oh, the riffs are really good. Oh, the drums are doing something really cool here, and then all of a sudden, boom, they blow up. Holy shit. But
terrorists. I know what you mean.
It took that one little. It could be a 14, 15-year-old kid that is learning English in school,
right?
Just discovering it on YouTube, or somebody sending it to them from email, and then all of a sudden they blow up.
Speaking of like the band itself, yeah. No, man, that's fucking something crazy, like, between generationally, because, like, so I know we're not, like, a full solid 10 years apart, but, like, 7 years is a while, like, you definitely grew up, like, you were, like, what, like, early 2000s, like, you were going through, like, elementary, middle school.
Backstreet Boys,
but,
bro?
so, like, then, but you were, like, we're talking, you were, like, in, like, what, like, kindergarten, like, like, first grade, second grade, like, was, like, when did you start?
Second to third grade-ish.
Okay, so what year, so it was, like, 2000-ish, somewhere in there? Because in 2000, I was in 9th grade.
Smoked a lot of weed and taking a lot of acid.
Okay, but we could figure this out based...
All right,
yeah, anyway.
I went rotten about 11.
Okay, so 90, you were born in 93, so that's like 2004. See, I'm graduating fucking high school at that point.
Okay.
Or going through my second senior year at that point. My first senior year was that, 2004. Damn, that's crazy. So, like... growing up then with like YouTube and all that shit, that was like when you were in high school and shit, like all that shit. No,
that was middle school there.
That was middle school.
Yeah, YouTube, okay. That was a new thing in middle school.
Well, yeah, because it would have been 2006, so yeah, you're 11 going, like 13 is when you're getting to like
Twin
middle
Towers,
school. 12, okay.
Twin Towers were 6th grade, 5th grade or something like that for me.
Yeah, I was in the 9th grade in the Twin Towers. It's 2001. So you were like 8.
Was it?
You were like 8 when September 11th happened. I was like, yeah, straight up like beginning of my sophomore year. I remember that shit, like just like going into my mom's room, like turn the news on, turn the news on. Like there was instinct there, and it was like fucking September 11th. Da, da, da. Like I had to ride the bus to school and shit. We get to Ike and shit. We're like, oh my gosh, like what is happening? That's crazy. Like, was that scary as like a little kid? Because you were younger than yeah.
I mean,
that's like my son's age. My son's like 7 or 8, so it's like.
No, I mean, I just remember sitting there singing on the TV. I was like,
oh, they let you watch it and shit.
Oh yeah, they put it on.
2001, yeah, it's definitely before.
No, that was the evolution. I got to watch the evolution of school.
Yeah, bro.
And I mean, we got put in a test math class, test math class all through middle school into high school. And so each year was a different style of teaching.
Oh, that's cool. So you were in like a little subject group?
No, like a class of 30-something students.
Oh, no shit.
We got fucked, bro. Freshman year came on. They put on a college level teaching guy. Failed 20-something students out of the class.
Yeah, so it was like above algebra and shit you guys were learning?
Well, he was trying to teach it. But nobody was getting it.
Well, because you have to have the basis. You have to learn algebra before you learn algebra.
Everything.
Yeah.
But, so a bunch of us got flunked out of his class with that. And none of us
you,
could
I'm
figure
going to
out
fucking
why.
applied math, motherfuckers.
Yeah, dude, I took applied math all through high school.
Dude, I had one fucking okay, so like I had to go through like all like the regular classes or whatever, like and like my thing was with school was like I just didn't do the homework,
Mhm.
and a lot of it was my mom not necessarily I think really providing a lot of like oversight on that. It's like, Kevin, was your homework done? Yeah. It's like, are you gonna check it? But I don't know, like whatever. Besides the point, but like
Like I'd bring homework home to my parents, and they wouldn't be able to help me, and they're they should. They're a little more educated than I was at that time.
A little bit, yeah.
At least a little bit of 5th grade math or something like that. But they couldn't even figure out how they were trying to want me to show the work, and so now I've got like all these fucked up ways of finding answers.
I find that I barely ever use algebra ever in my life.
Right? Yeah. What the shit?
Yeah, like I've since high school, like
I have never used an X to
carry the 3 to the 1, like
to wash a dish, or parentheses minus 2 to cook a. Well, I actually I have used fractions, cooking and shit.
Yeah, but then a lot of that's just like it would be like fractions. You're adding like fractions maybe.
Yeah. I don't have to count up higher than 5 most of the time.
Yeah, like I mean, half and a half, half and a half is 1 cup, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I think learning how to like measure and cooking is pretty. It's fun. I love cooking.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love to cook.
I love cooking.
I've worked mostly restaurant life.
Yeah.
Ooh, excuse me. Worked mostly restaurant life and growing up.
Yeah.
Like Sherry's, I went to Applebee's, a couple other more restaurants.
Were you just like bussing tables, washing dishes, working
doing
way up?
I did kitchen.
Yeah.
Sous chef. I got to step up at that. I didn't want to do it because there was a lot of pressure.
Yeah. No shit, dude. I've never cooked, man. Like my mom. That's what my mom did. And she was a cook at restaurants. She was a cook up at Papa Baird's like throughout like the mid to late 90s. Mm-hmm. And yeah, dude, like that's a lot of pressure, bro.
Yes. And then I went to Fryer, which that wasn't half bad at the bigger restaurants.
Okay. Well, yeah, because you're just throwing it, you're just putting it in the basket, dropping it in, throwing the timer on, boom, prepare it. And then I used to have to do that at Pizza Hut when I did the wing street and shit. Like I always, you gotta watch the fucking thing and make sure you're doing the right thing, but it's not that bad.
Right. No, I remember working at fine dining and working the fryer was really interesting because you'd have to be super delicate when you set it in, so it doesn't either bust open
right, because you're not money. Yeah.
Stick to a side.
100%.
And so you have to, get real close to that bubbling oil.
No, they don't give you a pair of tongs to grab it and just like.
And then you just do a little thing with it and do its thing, but. No, working fine dining in the fryer side was cool. I miss it.
Nah, man. Like I said, like my experience is like kind of just pizza, so did a lot of washing dishes and shit. I always enjoyed it. Like I always told myself, dude, like if pizza would actually like pay you a decent living to live off of and not like ruin your fucking car, I would still be working pizza because that honestly was the happiest job I ever fucking had, dude.
Like, it's just something about it.
You just smoke a bunch of weed and you just deliver pizza and
you make
wash
somebody's
dishes.
Day better.
Yeah, you do dough. I don't know. I mean, like the hours kind of suck, but at the same time, you're having fun. You're making money. Like I remember people that I'd work with that would be like. It'd be like a Friday night and be like, I've only made like, $10-15 in tips and da-da-da-da-da. It's like we're like 8 o'clock at night. And that, like at that point, you're kind of like halfway through the night because you usually working like 8 to 12 or 8 to 1. So like, some people would be bitching and shit. And like the one thing I always noticed, man, because like at that point in my night, man, I'd be fucking having like, $40 in my pocket. And I don't tell them that. I'm just like, oh yeah, that sucks. Yeah, it does suck out there tonight. But $40. But the reason is just like the customer service level, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was always providing great customer service to these people because like no one's ever pissed off to see the fucking pizza guy. And if you're gonna go up there and like be like, here's a pizza.
Mhm.
Here's a pizza. Like, of course
Here's
they're not
pizza,
gonna fucking.
man. Have a good one.
Yeah, man. Oh, my dude's good. You know, and then, oh, my problems.
Yeah.
Like, what about my problems? Like, I don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about your problems.
No.
You
They just
give
want
them
their
your
pizza.
job. You do the job, man.
If you say that, if you give it to them nicely, they'll give you some money.
Dude, $2 here,
Yeah,
fucking $4 or $5
adds
here. Dude.
up.
Yeah.
I remember working, graveyard shift as a server.
Okay.
I did that for quite a while, and fuck, I was happy, man. That
Yeah, now you
worked
make some-
with my
yeah.
music schedule.
Yeah. Oh, there. Yeah.
Um,
Fuck yeah. man.
And I was getting decent pay, and
Mm.
making tips on top of that.
Did you have
I
to
was gonna
report
get-
your tips or anything, or no? That's badass.
It was under table
So,
shit.
see that's the way, because like our boss was fucking hella cool, dude. He didn't make us. He's just like, yep, you
Just
know, tip out your cooks maybe. That's about it. And that's only on a really busy night, dude. 'Cause,
Right.
You know.
But yeah, I remember just if you're nice to them, you
Mm.
bring them food, they're happy.
Yeah.
Give them a joke, they might stay a little bit longer. Give you a little bit more money.
Let me give me that drink.
The longer I could get
Yeah.
you to stay, the more money I'm gonna get.
Yeah, that's right, man. That's right. No, dude. Yeah, no, I always enjoyed that restaurant setting and like just that, that camaraderie
Mhm.
between, staff and shit.
Yeah.
Just
Me-
smoking weed. Like
God.
Waiting was always one of my favorite movies. I always loved that movie.
Working graveyard shift was the first time I'd ever smoked weed on shift.
That'd be a fun time. No one's around.
Mhm.
It's a good way to get accommodated to it.
And me and my chef, we went out to the car. He's like, "Hey
Mm.
man, it's dead as fuck. You want to go, step outside for a
Mm.
moment?" I'm like,
Yeah.
why not? I was smoking cigarettes at that time.
Yeah.
So I figured we're just
Go
gonna
have a
smoke
smoke.
a
Yeah.
Well, we went out to his car, and I was like, "All right, this is kind of a weird spot to smoke a cigarette."
Like, bro, like, what's going on here?
And he busts out this really pretty pipe, and he's like, "Hey, you want to smoke a
Yeah.
bowl with me?" I was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck yeah, man, let's kick it here for a second."
Yeah.
But then I got too high.
You just got way too fucking high.
Oh wow, it was bad. 3:00, 4:00 in the morning. That's
It's
rough.
an intense high. And then you got like, was all your work done for the?
Mhm. Oh yeah, everything.
So
like, it
you're
was a
basically
slow
just
night.
sitting there, just like fucking. Oh.
My chef ended up taking a nap later that day, like at 4:30 in the morning. We just let him do his thing.
Whatever.
I did my cleaning and took care of the people, whoever came
Whoever
in.
did come in.
Give
Let's
them
get some
coffee. That's
some pie.
just waking up. Nice people.
Yeah, good
They
people.
don't talk. That's great. And
At that point in the morning, you're like, all right, I'm out of here in like an hour, a couple hours. I'm like, let's fucking go.
yeah,
But yeah, keep going.
but no, I loved working graveyard shift.
Yeah.
I mean, it was exhausting as fuck,
Yeah.
but
I
it was good.
like for the longest time, especially through my 20s, dude, I was very I smoked weed like for everything I did.
I've been,
It seemed
I've been
like I was
smoking for
all
11 years, man.
yeah.
Or since I was 11.
The first time I
14.
smoked weed was I was like 14, and it was like the day of like our 8th grade like dance, and it was like me and like some friends, and we're like, hey man, you get us weed, like we got $20. It's like we ended up getting this like dirt fucking like this one guy that was known for like
Merch.
selling like red, but no, dude, this was less than
Oh,
merch, dude.
Redbud?
Redbud.
Oh!
Oh, straight Redbud, dude.
Oh.
And like, so that's like the first experience I have. We're standing behind the museum, and on Franklin Park, and like, I remember I had a bag of weed on me and shit, cause and like, we go up to the school, cause we went to Franklin and shit. We saw someone from like, I'm fucking high. Like, I don't even think I was really high at that point. I was like, I got weed. I'm like, I don't know. They always tell you, it's like, if it's something that's like kind of frowned upon, it's gonna make it that much funner as a kid to do it. So that was kind of my experience with it.
Yeah, and then watching weed grow from redbud to what it is now, these beautiful crystallized purple, green.
It's art, bro.
Yeah,
it's like art.
It is, and it's still frowned upon.
It's coming out though, because like now with it being legal in so many places, like it really the stigma is kind of wearing off to where everybody's like it's better than fucking alcohol.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, would you rather have a stoned driver or a drunk driver?
Yeah, exactly. Would I rather go hang out in public with a bunch of fucking stoned people that are gonna sit around like us and just talk,
just bullshit,
and not raise our tempers or anything?
I've never seen an angry stoned person.
Never.
I've seen an angry stoned person flip out like A few times. Well, a few times,
There's
but
always the exception, bro.
like 5 minutes later.
Yeah, they calm down.
Yeah.
Or they can smoke more weed and they're like, I'm sorry about that.
I
I
I
apologize.
just want to get that out.
Yeah.
I do apologize.
No, man, I find myself like that too. I mean, there's times like I do smoke weed and like I'm not necessarily in the best of moods, but a lot of that's just kind of, focusing. I mean, obviously shit happens, but
Right.
I don't know.
But what's that?
Yeah.
Smoke a bowl, inhale the good, exhale the bad.
I think though, it's a lot of people are, it's more mainstream than it ever has. It was mainstream when I was a teenager and it was completely illegal, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just weird that it's legal. Because I remember being a kid and like, oh, one day it'll be legal. Like thinking like when I'm like 40, 50 maybe or something, think it's gonna take that long.
Right.
And I'm like 2012, so I was like fucking 26, 27 or something when it fucking happened. So it's like, jeez, like woof. Now like I hear, and I've said this before on the podcast, but like. It really like stunned me though to like really see the Facebook post where I have a friend in Montana that's like, I fucking like she's like, oh, I wish the neighbor wasn't so obvious about selling weed and shit, and I'm like, that's weird. Like we don't have people that sell drugs out of there. I don't go to somebody's house anymore. Like, I go to a legal store.
It's a weird concept nowadays. Yeah. Like, and there's a lot of people that are smoking that have never had that experience. I've never bought weed from a shady dealer.
Yeah, it's like your friendly neighborhood dealer.
Yeah,
and like don't get me wrong, like those people, I owe a debt of gratitude to all those people for all those years. They're all the those tough times. But it's funny because like I have friends that I used to go through now work within the legal industry, are making good livings and have
and still are medicating.
Yeah, it's medicine essentially, dude.
Oh yeah,
like
especially all this research. I want to get into more research about it, but all this research that's coming out, especially in 2018, I can't wait for the medical journals to be released.
Which one specifically are they releasing?
What was it? There was a test on cannabinoids to the front cortex?
The frontal lobe.
I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, okay.
But it's coming out June.
So like what, a couple weeks then?
Yeah.
Like this is probably gonna air in like 2 weeks, so it's probably already June at this point.
Which means I'll probably get stoned to remember about September.
Okay.
But no, I want to get more into helping people with this.
Yeah. Dude, for the first time, man, like within my own like life and shit, like leading up to now, it's always been like, just smoke a bunch of weed, have fun. Like I've never like considered myself like depressed or anything, or like having to like go through like emotional issues like that. But like within the last year, like I don't know, like I had like a lot of things change. So like, and it was all good stuff for the good.
Right, but it's still change.
Yeah,
you still got to get used to change.
I mean, it's just like moving and like fucking exercise, like starting to do that, quitting alcohol, quitting smoking, like I'm going through all these changes, and like I really did find myself there for a period, dude, where like even like I'm going through periods of like depression, basically, and like where I'm just like really feeling down and shit. Like I've never really experienced that before, and but like the one thing I keep finding myself coming back to is if I become depressed, it's because of lack of exercise, and I'm not smoking enough weed.
Yeah, because you don't have something to give your mind a relaxation mode
and just get all those toxins out of my body.
Like you could go through work all day, pick up all this shit in your mind, and just carry it throughout the entire day. But then all of a sudden, you smoke a bowl, kick back in your lazy boy, put on your bunny slippers, man, and you're just fine. You feel good.
Yeah.
And
relax.
The rest of the night is much better.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I use it hourly.
On the hour.
And it's, I don't know, I love living in a state of euphoria, I guess is the word. I'm not too sure.
I would say that, yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, you're consistently fucking, I assume wake and bake is a normal occurrence.
Actually, no, I don't wake and bake because I'm still high from the day before.
Oh, man. Dude, that's only happened to me like twice. That's happened to me. That's because I ate brownies one night and it was just like too much. And then, Yeah,
It's
it's
the
a weird
one-
feeling, bro.
It's the one right before bed.
I'm not gonna lie, I felt pretty retarded that morning, dude, when that happened to me.
I'm right with you. We made some brownies. Me and one of my roommates here, Brady, made some brownies with like 2 sticks of butter in them.
Oh fuck! How big was the pan?
The pan was like a regular cake tin.
Okay, so got a little bit of space.
We made a cake out of it,
Okay,
essentially.
yeah.
We didn't get any icing, so it was a brownie.
There you go.
And I tell you, I ate one of those things, and I can't remember much, but I do remember waking up with my legs in the air over the couch.
The couch armrest.
Yeah, the armrests. My legs over the armrests. My arm down here, and basically sliding off of this couch.
You're like, I felt like I was asleep for like 6 to 7 hours, but then my friends all like, bro, you've been passed out for 2 minutes, 20 minutes.
I got off work at like 11.
Yeah.
I got
okay.
early. Got off work at 11 and ate one of those brownies. 2 hours later, I was playing video games.
It's fucking off to the races.
It was like 1 or 2 o'clock when I passed out, and it was a beautiful day. Warm sunshine, brisky air.
Yeah,
Just,
it's the best day.
And I just passed out. Well, 8 o'clock rolls around. Everybody comes home. I missed band practice. I missed paying
you look at
2
your
bills.
cell phone?
I missed
shit!
5 calls.
Shit! Fucking Remington! Oh my gosh!
Fucking entire day was blown.
Oh no, man! You gotta watch it with those edibles, especially
Oh.
dude. Those edibles will fucking ruin your day.
Damn.
Obviously, man. That is yeah, man. I didn't see that part coming, bro. I was like, yeah, it's a weekday, right? It's a weekday. You have shit to do.
Yeah, I got shit to do. But just completely blew the entire
Totally
day out.
Rizek, man, for sure.
Oh, it was horrible.
That's a great story, though. You can tell that one for years to come, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you about my dad using brownies and shit.
I had. You ever
Stay
had a
10
munchie
milligrams,
meltdown?
kids. Huh?
You ever had a munchie meltdown with edibles?
My experience with edibles, and it's like I was telling you before, man. Like I'm just like my experience with like dabs and like I find
Way
that
more concentrated.
I don't know, man. Like I take a couple hits and like I get high and I'll get the munchies, But like I've never had experience what you're talking about.
So, this one of my friends, ex-friend, whatever you want to call her, she gave me 2, not Rice Krispies. They were like the colored Krispies. They had the 3 dudes on them.
Oh, Rice Krispies.
Rainbow Krispies.
Oh, Rainbow.
The Rainbow Krispies.
Yeah, sure. I know fucking Rainbow Krispies,
And
of course.
She made it with butter and everything and gave me a couple of them. She said, only eat half. And she looked at me dead in the eye like I am right
serious?
now.
Yeah,
only eat half. These are
Whatever.
strong.
Whatever.
Exactly. I'm like,
Whatever.
I smoke. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I was not okay.
What was it? Did you take these at the comfort of your own home? Were you
Yes,
like out in public?
I was
or?
at my parents' place. Yes.
Okay.
Not the comfort, but yes.
Were your parents like all like shady about that?
They
Or,
knew something was up.
Yeah. Okay. So you got oh man. So you're like what, like 17, 18 when this is going down? 19?
16.
16. Shit.
Maybe somewhere around
Okay.
there. And ate the half like she told me to. I was like, all right, I'm gonna sit back here, play some video games, wait for it to kick in. Nothing happened for like 2 hours, and I had to get to bed soon.
You're like bullshit. So it was a school night?
No, it was a weekend. I was
Okay.
just getting tired.
Okay.
You're
You're just like,
I'm gonna go to bed.
I got
It's
nothing
not
else
gonna-
to do.
And so I ate the other half and played some video games. About 45 minutes. First one kicked in. I'm like, oh, I feel good.
Oh.
This is awesome.
This is where
And then-
patience is like a must when it comes
Yeah.
to these edibles.
And then the other one, kicks in. The full bar kicked in, and I felt good. I was just getting hungry. Oh, I didn't eat anything for lunch. Oh, hungry.
Yeah.
So I ran to
Yeah,
the
get
kitchen.
that stomach, you get that.
I ran to the kitchen, man.
Yeah.
I tell you, 2 bags of chips, a quart of ice cream,
Oh,
bowl of cereal,
Ooh.
2 bowls of top ramen.
oh God.
And this
How
is-
did you not puke that up?
But this is where I fucked up.
Okay.
I I ran out of food. That was all the food I had.
Your parents are just like, why are we like, you're like,
why is there no food? But I had that other Rice Krispie
oh
treat.
no, oh no, you were still that hungry. You're just like, fuck it, we're already going to the Looney Bin. Might as well fucking add on top of it.
And so before you know
gosh.
it, man, I'm laying in bed. I'm holding on to both sides as I'm trying to get the room to stop rotating, thinking I fucked up.
See, the one, oh my gosh. The one times I remember like getting like that fucking high to where the room was spinning was gravity bombs, dude.
Oh,
I remember this
God.
was like when we were like 15, you know, like this is like first.
We could do gravity bongs. Do you want them to do gravity bongs?
Dude, at 32, maybe.
I'm 25.
I know. It's crazy though, man. See, like I have to drive, you know, I have to like consider that type of shit, you know. So.
Well, and we got that thing too.
What is the fucking? I know you were showing me your collection, bro.
Yeah, I'm very I love artistic pieces, I guess.
I could see that, man. You got that fucking skull piece. That's interesting.
That skull has like a oil stain.
Yeah, I can see that reflection shit coming off it. Yeah.
It also has in the glass like etched, or not etched, but designs and shit.
Nice.
But
it's a nice looking piece, bro. I gotta, you know, you definitely got some nice pieces that you're packing.
$40.
That's it.
Yep.
That's not bad, man. Get a couple O-rings, make sure that shit's good.
Oh, it's fantastic, bro. Glass on glass.
I've had that since I was 16. Oh man. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah, but so I got a lot of vinyls. Do you believe in vinyls?
Dude, I totally need to get into the vinyls because like I want to do it. I just like I've spent my money elsewhere, like on movies and like I have a pretty decent collection of CDs and shit.
Oh my shit.
Comic books and shit like that, dude. And like I don't know, I just haven't put the money into vinyl yet. So, but I definitely would be very interested. And you have a very impressive collection here.
I love vinyls just because of the artwork. You can buy a CD and get the artwork, but it's small.
Right. And this kind of just amplifies it.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, there's some beautiful artwork out there that people just listen to the music for and don't even pay attention to the artwork. That's why a lot of music these days, you know, is getting big. They got some dude sitting on the front. Oh, this guy's band.
The Zac Brown Band.
Hey, I actually, they're pretty good. I like Zac Brown Band. They're pretty good.
I've never really listened to too much of them. Yeah. I've found myself like with like the way, you know, we're able to like stream basically everything, man. Because like when I'm sure it's the same for you too. But like growing up, man, like we didn't really have like access to all this fucking music. Like you knew of these bands. But, like, you never, like, unless a friend had the CD, you never got to listen to it. So that's why, like, comps, I remember buying so many comps just to hear all the different bands and shit. And now, but I'm sorry to, but, like, now I'm just, like, fucking, I'm listening to, like, I've gotten to the point where I've listened to so much, like, punk rock music, because that's, like, my jam, dude, is, like, punk rock and ska music. And I'm, like, venturing off and shit. I'm finding myself listening to, like, you know, like, what is it, Post Malone? You know,
yeah, I listened to him the other day.
It's not bad. No. It's not the worst music I've heard.
He is not bad. I like his.
Even though I listened to his new CD and it's nothing about doing cocaine. That's all that fucking CD is about is him doing cocaine. And it's like, how do you relate to this? Unless you're like rich as shit. Because I'm just saying, like he's rich as shit and he's just like talking about going to clubs and like doing cocaine and shit and banging strippers.
He made money from it. I made so much money from it.
I don't know. I like him. He's all right.
Lately, like with the music industry this day, it's so spotty. That's why I've really kind of just made peace with. I'm not going to be able to make a career out of music.
It's just a passion.
It's passion, man. You know. You will not make money playing music.
I'm like I do. I came to that conclusion probably around the same time frame you are. Like I can make this one day. Fuck no. Music, but you never know. You always got to hold out hope, bro.
Oh yeah, no, I've still got that hope, but. Nowadays, music's all focused around, you know, keywords and shit.
Right.
What's the weirdest word? Waka flocka. The fuck is that shit?
Dude, some is that one of the rappers?
I think that's a rapper.
Is it because I see those guys with like the rainbow hairs and the tattoos on the face, and they're just like
was that 6'9"?
Like they just look like a bunch of jerks, dude.
Yeah.
Like what are these kids like? These are younger kids than you. These are like kids that were born in like '99
And that
and
pisses
shit.
me off because they're making money.
they're making
hella money.
Oh no! It's like fuck these kids.
I'm broke as shit.
I gotta pay bills, motherfucker.
I gotta pay bills. I don't gotta worry about shit.
It's like fucking Justin Bieber, motherfucker.
God.
Yeah, no, that's. I mean, yeah, dude. You look at like fucking same thing with sports players. Like they're all like basically the same age as us. Like it's funny now because like they're like, oh yeah, he's entering into the end of his career, eh? And like like 32-year-old running back Adrian Peterson. I'm like, I'm ancient, bro. I'm ancient. If I played in the NFL, I'm fucking ancient right now. Like I'm fucking geriatric. Fucking, I'm getting inducted in the Hall of Fame if I had a good career in 5 years, bro. By the time I'm 40, like, fuck. So that's what I'm staring down these days. I'm staring down fucking 40, bro. Like I got 35 is in less than 2.5 years, man. So, it's hard.
No, I got 2 years before I have, or 2 years before I have an entire year to worry.
No shit, because you're 25.
I'm getting up to 27, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to join that club.
Oh no shit, yeah. See, I was like, I don't play music, so I don't gotta worry about that one. So
that's another thing. The 27 club, Janis Joplin, Hendrix, Morrison,
Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, with all those people found with the white lighter, all in the left or right side pocket.
I've never keep a white lighter.
So get this shit. They were found with a white lighter in this pocket. Mm-hmm. They were all left-handed.
So somebody fucking planted it.
What the shit?
Yeah. No, man. Yeah. If you're left-handed, go into that left pocket, bro.
Right. That's your comfortable pocket. You're right.
Think about it. I don't put shit in my left pocket because I'm right-handed.
I don't want to have to go like this,
right. Yeah, that makes sense.
But I pulled the mustache hair out and it hurt.
Like that just happened.
That just happened, man. But yeah, it's just a whole entire trip, and then it goes on about the lizard people and something like that. I'm telling
you, man, we gotta get a big group episode one of these times, and like we'll fucking just like nerd the fuck out on all that shit, because we'll get Brandon.
Kennedy assassination. I will go ham on that shit.
Braden was talking about how we just go off. We just get we just fucking go off and shit.
Hell yeah. No,
we'll do that. We're gonna make that happen this
year.
Have that. This will happen.
I will have hopefully more furniture by that time.
Man, fucking just come out here, man, and we could take fucking dabs and fucking talk about conspiracy theories.
I'll give you a small dab to start you off.
For that, bro, we're going We're going to the loony bin. We're doing the gravity bongs.
I'm
gonna be like Jessica. You're gonna drop me off. Like I'm not, because that's my thing, dude. Is like I would take those all the time, but it's like I always have to fucking drive, so it's like. I can't get, I usually have to leave within a couple hours.
Right. I love driving when I'm stoned because I can focus on the road, and most of the time everybody's being relatively good. You
just got to pay attention, look forward, check your fucking sides.
And I'm always looking way ahead down the road, not right in front of my car.
You talk about, tests earlier and shit. I mean, they're showing with these, controlled testing that like smoking weed doesn't really impair your driving, like compared to like alcohol or prescription pills.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a completely different experience. Like, don't get me wrong, like if you're too high, like I know my limit, bro. Like I know my limit when I know I'm too high.
I'm passed out.
Yeah, like, I can't drive.
I'll wake up in a few hours.
Yeah. That happened to me one time with edibles, dude. I bought an edible from one of my buddies, and like it was one of those deals. It was a really fucking weird experience because like I was working pizza. And, like, I was supposed to work till 8 that night. And, like, because I'd gone to work at, like, 11 that day or some shit. And then so my friend gives me an edible. I take it at about 5 or so. And then I get cut because, like, just there wasn't, enough to warrant the labor or whatever at that point. Mm-hmm. And so, like, I get home, dude. And thank God I got caught when I did. Because I was like, oh, we got high. I'll drive around, have some fun tonight. We'll go deliver pizzas, make some money.
Kick back,
listen to music and shit. Listen to some podcasts.
Yeah, good day.
yeah, have a good day. And like I get home, just like it's like that fucking Celine Dion song goes on. I believe in love. And it's like all fucking slow, and your world slows down and shit. And you're just like, Jessica's like, you should go to Taco Bell and get some food. I'm like, I can't.
Like I cannot there.
My eyes were so red. I didn't touch any sort of fucking pipes, weed, anything. I'd actually been sober at that point. I remember, and fuck.
Just tired.
Edibles, man. Oh, yeah. Especially the homemade ones. Like, I don't know. The shit at the store, dude. Like,
shit at the store doesn't work for me.
Yeah, like, that's what I consistently hear across the board. It's just...
It just doesn't work for me.
This is
Washington.
I like the sodas. I like the sodas, dude.
That's
The
true.
sodas I've drinking, like... I've heard of people do... Because they have, like, what, the 100 milligram ones?
That's the ones I do. And they're enjoyable. I feel a nice...
good body.
A nice tingle and just relax.
Yeah.
But
that's how I feel off because I just do the 10, so I do like between 10 to 20 milligrams.
But like I don't feel high.
Yeah, it's a good. Yeah, no, I can see it. It was a real like relaxed feeling. Like every time I've done it, it's like on a Friday night, and just like you're just sitting with the family, just watching TV and shit, and it's fucking like, it's just a very good experience. Like you're focused.
Like I'll drink maybe one or two of those before a show. And feel loose playing the show, but I'll feel real in control, real relaxed, almost clear-minded. But
right. So drop into that a little bit, dude. I always, I don't know. I have like a love-hate relationship when it comes to like smoking weed and like being on stage and shit. Like most of the time, I like to take a couple hits because it relieves whatever some anxiety and shit. But, like,
shit.
I just remember back in the day though, it was always the beer. I always had to have the beer. Now since I don't drink, it's like I can't rely upon that. So it's like the few times that I have gone on stage for like open mic and stuff, it's like I've taken a couple hits and like oh you're good, man. The audience like they're used to my kids yelling at. Like Jameson yesterday is like fucking clap. Like I'm like you can't do that. There's fucking people listening with headphones. Like you gotta understand the concept of headphones, man.
You gotta take it off.
See, he does that shit too. He'll get up there and be like, his butt is really big, and like, start laughing. I don't know.
I just watched Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke.
Oh man.
And I'm gonna remove your blouse.
I haven't seen that movie in
your
like
shoes.
10 years. I need to go back and see those again, dude.
It's worth it. I got all their vinyls. That's something interesting there, I guess.
They came through freaking Tri-Cities like, I don't know, like either last year or sometime within the last like 6 months or something.
Yeah.
And like they came through fucking Tri-City. I think it may have just been last summer, so it may have been coming up on a year. But I remember seeing that and I was like, I really want to go to that. But I ended up not going because it just wasn't priority, I guess. It was like, but then you think about it, it's like coming through like, how random is that? Cheech and Chong fucking
just
playing
Washington.
Kennewick. Yeah. Well, I mean, I could see him going on tour and like, I mean, like some places like, I could never get shows, and that pisses me off, dude. Like, I always have to go.
It's because nobody goes to the shows. Have you seen Boys and Keys?
I don't know, man.
I'm calling everybody out right now.
Every show that I've gone to,
I'm gonna call
seems like there's a
everybody
decent
out.
one, but like I don't really get to go to shows too often.
No, there's always a good turnout most of the time at Boys and Keys. But no, big name bands, big name shows that come through just don't get support, and the shows end up getting canceled.
It's like you guys had that Millhouse band come through.
That was so much fun. Those guys were so cool.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to play with them again.
See, my whole thing is, dude, I would totally be there, and like, I don't give a fuck what anybody says, but I got kids, so it's like, my priority is my fucking family and shit. So, but no, man, like that's why I was hitting up Darren, and I was like telling him, I'm like, man, anytime you guys need like promotion for anything, I mean, like, I'm not saying a shit ton of people listen to this, but it's out there, at least get on there and get some shit going on Facebook. People may not listen to it, but they're gonna be like, hey, put the show information in there, and they're like, hey, I saw that,
Yeah. Well, we always post our shows whenever they're coming up. I think Bad Habit right now, we're working on the music album CD thing.
Yeah, fucking Eric's been working on that album for 10 years, bro. We'll see,
Actually,
dude.
It's happening.
It's good.
It's starting to happen.
I'm glad to hear that, bro. I'm glad to hear that.
I'm excited.
Oh, shit, you've been in the fucking band for how long now?
it'll be, I think, 3 years, two or 3 years.
Man, that's a quick 2-3 years, bro.
I don't remember much.
Yeah.
I got drunk somehow. I think I've been drugged.
Yeah. So it's all those fucking bong rips, bro. You're taking eating too many fucking
many
Rice Krispie
donuts.
treats. This shit, dude.
Getting too high, just.
Yeah.
But no, I've really enjoyed playing with Bad Habit. It's definitely weird because I played thrash metal before I played reggae. I've never played reggae. Never even thought about listening to reggae.
It was just
Fuck reggae.
man. So
What
it's
the
like
shit is this?
it's a whole new world.
And then my buddy Seth hits me up. He's like, "Hey, are you playing with anybody?"
Yeah.
This was like half a year after Tyler and Nick and Brock, we all split up from Eternal Sedation. And I was just like, no, I haven't done doing much. It's like, well, come over here at this address at this time. Bring your bass. I said, oh, okay, what the fuck ever. I'm down to jam, So I show up and Eric and Dan are sitting there. They're like, hey, man, what's up? Kind of look at me a little weird.
Sizing you up a little bit, like, oh, this guy knows how to play bass. That's fucking reggae, ah!
And I'm like, all right, well, I can do this here. Let me try. And then Eric helped me a lot grow in the reggae field. He showed me a lot of stuff on the bass that, that guy is talented, man. Have you seen him work on his own shit?
Oh, dude, I've known Eric. Like, we talk about how like our age and shit. Like when you were, dude, when September 11th happened, I just like met Eric like the spring before. Like me and him started hanging out. Well, no, we started hanging out in 2001. Yeah, it was that. Yeah, no, it was that summer before September 11th. Yeah, 2001. Okay. So yeah, no, my freshman year is when I met him. So I've known him for like going closer to 20 years at this point. Over 15 years. Dang. So I've seen that, dude. I've seen that guy like evolve from being a teenager and fucking playing in PUA, dude. That was dude, has Eric ever told you about that? That was their high school band, dude. Yeah. They had previously unannounced. It was him, it was Eric, our friend Jeff Davey, Chris Adolph, and this dude named Brad Noble. Oh, cool. And they just played punk rock music, dude. And I think one of their covers was Blink-182's "Damn It." Like fucking make fun of Eric for that. No, I like Blink-182. But man. So I've seen Eric I remember him going to college when he was doing like fucking music theory and shit, and like.
No, yeah. I love working with him. He's smart. Musically, it's a real blast. Sometimes working in a band, it has its breaking points.
Oh, of course, dude. I did a TV show with him for 9 fucking years, man. Yeah, so yeah. I get it.
But I have the most respect out of anybody for his musicianship skills.
No, that he was my right hand man, dude, on the show. Like all those years, he was my right hand man. Shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like, I fucking know, dude.
He's still alive, if anybody's wondering.
He's been on the episode, dude. He's been on the show.
I mean, we're talking. I feel like I was talking about him like he was dead there for a second.
No, man.
He's still alive.
No, Eric's been on the show twice now,
Okay,
dude.
Cool.
I bring him on every, 10 episodes, I gotta put some space in between them and shit, so every 10 weeks.
All right. But, I really... And then I started playing with doll stakes, and I wore my first dress in front of people.
I bet that was exhilarating.
It was nice.
I made my dick hard. Just a little bit hard.
Wait. It was nice.
A little bit of space there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Freedom.
Yeah.
But playing with
do you commit to the gimmick and wear the panties with it, or do you wear the boxers?
I just wear boxers. I mean...
Commit, bro. You gotta wear the panties.
I have to get ready before the show. And sometimes that's not the only set I'm playing.
Fuck yeah, at that point, just...
Yeah, but...
Multiple costume changes, bro. Sometimes it's necessary.
Hey, if Eddie, or what was it? Not Eddie. David Lee Roth could do it. I can do it.
You fucking would blow David Lee Roth out of the water with the shit you'd be wearing, bro.
I can't do that.
I guarantee. Can't do the
split.
I remember being able to somewhat do the splits in elementary school. I couldn't fucking do that now. I can do a cartwheel still, but that's about it.
I can roll.
Rolling,
like
dude.
An egg.
Dude, my kids are fucking good at that because they did the karate for a little bit, and my youngest one, he fucking does fucking really nice looking fucking rolls and shit, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I did karate a long time ago. I learned a little bit of shit, but
yeah. Fist to face, bro. That's what I always say.
I found my love of swords through it.
There you go.
So I got a few swords out there.
Yeah, my buddy, one of my buddies, he's a black belt now and I don't know exactly specifically which one he's the black belt's in, but I just know that, hey man, don't fuck with this guy. If anybody fucks with me, hey, what's up, dude?
This my roommate here, he's buff. He's little MMA.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah,
he's badass.
Dude,
he scares the shit out of me, to be honest.
Those gyms are no fucking joke. I did the one here in Yakima. I went down. And this is when I was really out of shape. I'm sure now I'd actually be a lot better at it because like my cardio's and like my wind's actually good. Yeah. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore.
You can breathe.
Yeah. So like like 3 or 4 years ago, I went down there and like I fucking did like I paid the $60 for the month. I did like 2 practices. And kicked my fucking ass, dude. Like, I basically just got tapped out, like, the whole time. But I love that, though. Like, It was such a great feeling, because, like, you're just in there, and you're getting that aggression out and shit. Like, a healthy aggression, you know what I mean? Like, and it's just, like, these guys were just, like, this one guy, like, he's, like, straight amateur, probably how your friend is in, like, the amateur fighter status, and, like, I'm just, like, ugh, and just, like, boom, I was just, like, I love that feeling. Like, it's just, like, it's great.
You know my friend, too.
I think I do. Yeah, no, I know your friend.
He's her man.
No, I know Mary.
Do you know her man?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if
Brady?
it's been met in just passing. So he's got a mohawk. Is that what it is?
No, you know him, but
yeah.
No, he scares me.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't fuck with any of those guys. Mm-hmm. Those guys, talent. There's a lot of talent that goes into the fighting and stuff. There's a lot of
technique, a lot of skill set,
years of practice. Like I listen to Joe Rogan, dude. So like he's UFC. Like I like pro wrestling a lot, dude. But like there is a lot of like where like I wish I could be more into MMA and stuff and like pay a little bit more attention to that. Right. But like it's fun, dude. Like watching those pay-per-views, dude. Like I love watching UFC, dude.
Oh yeah,
it's so entertaining. So I don't know, Remington. Fucking, I guess we're
you want to go smoke some more weed?
I think so. I think my high is wearing off. But yeah, go ahead and let everybody know where they can find you on the internet and any sort of
well, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Tumblr.
You're on all that fucking shit.
Yeah, but because of doing music, I've had to
I have zero space on my phone.
Yeah, I have had to use the social media to my advantage, and it sucks because there's so many notifications.
Yeah. Answering fucking emails
it won't shut up.
That one person that won't go away.
But I'm Remington on Facebook. There's like 3 of us. I bet you can pick out which one I am.
It'll be the most stereotypical stoner picture out there.
But I'm on Instagram, Remy Killmeister, RemikillMeister. Like Lemmy Killmeister.
There you go.
Motorhead, rest in peace.
Oh.
But yeah.
It's a sad day.
We play music. I play music.
Yeah, so people can find Doll Steaks.
And I share it. Yeah. Doll Steaks and Bad Habit both have Facebook. Bad Habit has Instagram, I believe. That's managed through Eric. But yeah, Bad Habit and Doll Steaks both have Instagram or Facebook. Just look us up. Doll Steaks, like one word, Doll Steak.
Doll Steak. I always think of like steak fries.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, thank you so fucking much, Remy.
It's been a blast, my man. I'm glad you made it out here.
And hopefully you'll be able to come back for part 2.
Most definitely.
Definitely so, sir.
Right.
Remington Anderson, motherfuckers. Out.